YouTube, what's going on today? I'm out here, as you can see, I'm about to redo this bed. I had peppers in here last season. It's now fall, about October 29th. And what I'm going to do is, I had peppers in here earlier, so I'm going to reuse this bed for the fall. I'm going to clean all the greenery out, which is not vegetables, but weeds. I'm going to clear off as much of the mulch as I can, or the hardwood mulch. And I'm going to prep this bed for my purple Italian garlic. And it takes about it takes about 240 days to grow. So what I'm going to do is just prep this bed. Next month, I'm going to install the bulbs that you saw in my previous video. I had one set that was in the refrigerator, and then I had another set that was in a dark closet. We're going to see which one looks the best, and we're going to plant them here. And 240 days later, we should have garlic. So, I got a lot of mess to clean up. Guess I can start with the weeds first. And I know I should have got my thing with the hook in it. I cannot think of the name of it. But it also gets the roots, because that's one of the big things we don't want. Now in this bed, previous years, what I keep doing is I throw cardboard over, and then I put my soil to extinguish the weeds. I didn't do it this year, or right now, but I did do it at the beginning of the season to grow my peppers. So I'm going to weed the best way I can, because I forgot my hand tool. Maybe I'll run back and get it, along with my kneeler. Let's get these wood chips. Well, as many as I can, of course. Yes, I am going to go back and get my device. Next year, I'm not growing peppers over here, because even though they grew well, I didn't get a lot of fruit. But I did get a lot of peppers that were pepper plants that grew about 4 feet high. So that looked good. I just think that over here, it's not enough sun. Also, what happens is when it rains hard, it pushes all the wood chips to the back. Am I going to do a detailed job of getting all of them? Nah, I'm not. Just want to get the bulk of them. And actually, the wood chips were for weed suppression, and it did a fairly good job. I mean, I got some weeds pretty much on the outside, not many in the middle, like right here. Well, no, this is on the outside. So it did its job. Weed suppression. Got some eggshells that fell in there. I don't know if you can see the cardboard. Okay. Alright, let me get my tool because I had to clean up all the outskirts and get the bed ready, so hold tight. Okay, I'm back. Got my kneeler and I got my device. I don't know what you would call this, like a baby hoe, and I'm not sure, fork. If you know what this is, comment at the bottom. Slips me for the moment. But I notice that as you get older, you need these right here because you lose that cushion that you had on your knees when you were younger. Guess it goes away, not sure. But whew, kneeling down really hurts. Seems like everything's extra sensitive. That skin, that little thin skin. But yeah, you use this right here and you get under the roots. That's what it's for. But I don't know, I may not need it for this part because I don't grow in this part anymore. But I just want to pretty it up a little bit. Ooh, look at those roots. It's too bad this doesn't, our vegetables don't grow like this. We stay fed. But weeds, they find a way. They grow everywhere. Have some onions that are mixed in that didn't do too much this year. Maybe it's because of the mulch. And this was actually my first season ever trying mulch. I found some hardwood mulch in a store and I said, let me try this stuff out, because I've seen videos where people were using it to suppress weeds. Now correct me if I'm wrong, this might be chamomile. I have to research that, because if it is, I have so much of it on my property, I start harvesting it for seeds. Well, I'm sorry, for tea. Don't need the seeds, there's stuff everywhere. So just doing some research for my area, zone 7, hardneck variety of garlic, you can start planting in November. Now, I have a gardening friend in the neighborhood, and she plants according to the moon when it's at its lowest. Sounds very interesting. So, before I plant, maybe I will research and see when we have a low moon in November. I don't know everything. I'm still a beginner at this, so any advice I can get, I will take. Because I don't know everything. But one thing I do is I learn from my mistakes. I plant something one way and I'm like, okay, that didn't work. Don't do that again. I have some commenters in the comment section of my videos that actually give me great advice. And you know, when you get advice from a good place, sometimes it's worth listening to, as opposed to the folks that just want to get into your posts and try to destroy your dreams, talking bad about what you're doing. I haven't had that yet. I know it's coming, but if you are that person, save that energy for something else. I guess it's nothing worse getting advice that tears you down from a person who doesn't even attempt to do what you do. And what I do is I like to feed myself and my family by gardening, trying to eliminate some of the stuff that I purchase in the grocery store, because I don't know where they get that stuff from. I don't know how that farmer or gardener gets their fruit. I know one interesting thing is the fruit you see in the store is so pretty. No blemishes, no marks, no bite marks. And it makes me wonder, how do they keep all those bugs off of those plants? First thing I think about is they use some kind of pesticide, some type of chemical. And we ingest this stuff. And I know we're bombarded with chemicals every day, but less is better. So grow your own food, control your own destiny, control what your family puts in their mouths. I joke with my mom sometimes, and I say, wow, you're in better shape health-wise than I am. And that's because in her era, they didn't have all this processed food. You get food from whatever source, take it through this process, take it to this process, and then next thing you know, you have a shiny red apple that looks flawless, and it could actually sit out on a shelf or in a bunch for a couple of months and still look pretty. I'm like, I don't know. What do they spray it down with? Okay, did I get everything? Looks like it. Okay, step back. As you can see, what happens is rain comes off of here. That's if the gutters get clogged up. And then what happens is water pours over, hits here, and pushes all the soil to the back. This is why I have mounds, because when I first did this, it was perfectly flat. Alright, so garlic is going to go here, here. I'm going to do rows. I believe 3 inches down, 8 inches apart. And I could possibly fill up this entire bed, to be honest. and still have room somewhere else. So this is going to be the main spot right here. I'm going to start planting, like I said, next month. Not sure which date. Stay with me on that one. You'll see part 2 to this video. And I believe sometime in June. Yeah, sometime in June, I believe. I could be off with my dates. Not a mathematician. But we're going to have garlic. Alright, stay tuned. Follow the journey.